What's going on, everyone? And today we're doing another play-by-play. And instead of the other ones that we've done, I think we've done Guardians, and we've done the one where I just done, you know, solo queuing elo-hell with your best pick, essentially, what that one was. We're doing an assassin play-by-play, and specifically with a god like Camazotz, who can basically backline the enemy gods very easily and carry games like that. So that's what we're doing here today. Now, I'm going to go in depth into certain things you should be paying attention to as a backline assassin like Camazotz, or anything similar to a Camazotz. Like Nemesis is one of those guys that can do that. Fenrir can kind of do that. Thor can do that. So these kind of gods that sort of counter the enemy team's traditional team comp, which they have. They have a Guardian, Hunter, and a Mage. We're going to go ahead and ping this over here. Oh, he looks to be out of position, unfortunately. So we're going to have to do a little bit of damage there just to punish them. But at this point, since no one's doing camps, we're just going to do a wave here. See if he gets that. Did not actually want to get hit by that. So as per usual, every single game, I'm watching to see what they're doing. Pretty aggro, pretty normal stuff here. Paying attention to the map here, waiting to hold my abilities for this right here. Very nice. He did it as well. So I'm paying attention to what they're doing. As well, I see Kumba in the left lane. Make sure you always pay attention to your map as always. One thing you do want to pay attention to as a backline assassin like Camazotz is that early game you want to play it carefully. Nice, got his beads. Very nice. Sisark is playing correctly so far, or at least hitting his abilities. Pinging out blue for them. But no, as an assassin, you want to make sure that you play carefully to not get snowballed early game. A lot of the times, your assassins don't usually get online until later into. I can hear them over here doing this. I'm gonna try and steal this. Unfortunately, I was not able to get that. But we can fight here. He's gonna dash. Should be a kill. Nice. So they were just out of position because the Cuckoo was not there to help them. And so the Hercules actually took advantage of that and actually pushed him out the way. Very nice first kill. I'm actually not going the build that I should be going here. I should have went into first item Gauntlet of Thebes. But yeah, like I said, you want to make sure as an assassin that is supposed to be backlining, you want to make sure that you play the early game very, very carefully, as you don't want to get left behind. And speaking of that, because you don't do all that much early game compared to once you get a couple items online. I meant to go into a gauntlet, but since we're already here, I'm just going to go into a Jotuns and then go into a gauntlet. But usually speaking, the cookie cutter build for an assassin like Camazotz is to buy one defense item, usually Gauntlet of Thebes. You go into either Bluestone, but Warrior's Axe is getting buffed soon, so that might actually be a better option. Go Gauntlet of Thebes, Jotun's Wrath, Hydra's, Serrated Edge, Heartseeker, and you can interchange that with a Beat Stick. I think that's what I'm going to do this game, because Shablanque is going to assume have some healing into Aussie, and since he's like the best hunter in this game, I'm going to need to do that. But yeah, play your early game carefully. We actually got a kill, so we're actually up a little bit, so we can play a little bit more. But yeah, like I said, these guys are on my team. They seem to be playing relatively well. We'll have to see how the game continues, but yeah, as I always say, pay attention to that. All right, checking their blue. Nice. Nothing's really up right now, so there's really nothing to do, so we don't want to get too pushed out. I'm not entirely sure what that was, gotta be honest. That was just really bad misplays from the enemy team. All they do a lot of damage though, so always gotta be careful about that. I'm assuming, yeah, I was waiting for that Cuckoo to ult, but he did not. Alright, he's ulting. Since my dash was down, I was waiting for his Cuckoo ult. One thing you guys should be paying attention to as well. Red's gonna be up, but because we were a little far up, further up than we should have been, we might have to concede that. And actually, I almost didn't buy the right item again. You're supposed to buy a gauntlet first, and I almost didn't do it again. Then go ahead and get your chalice. Make sure you always get your chalice as well. But yeah, against their team, I think the best team comp right now, outside of the mage, the cringe mage, which hopefully should be changing too with the new update, is the assassin, guardian, and usually it's a guardian, but we have a Hercules. He plays like a guardian for the most part, so and a mage. So that this team comp I think is the best, especially into the specifically into the traditional team comp with hunter guardian and mage. And so I think this is a very good team to counter that, as your job is to go in the back line, poke them, be able to one-shot the hunter and the mage when it comes down to late game. As you can see, I'm just zoning, see if they do anything specifically, or make sure they don't do anything to my Persephone. Our blue is up, but the wave is here, so we want to prioritize wave and then get buff camps. Always make sure you do that as well. I'm hit or miss with Camazot, so bear with me if I miss some very easy stuff. So she rooted. The guy should be dead. Very nice. Herc should be fine. I might be looking in here to go very aggressive if I hit any of these abilities. As you can see, I'm not really paying attention too much to the Kumba, as that's basically the Hercules' job to do that. He's so out of position. But yeah, always make sure you're paying attention to what they're going to do, where they're at, especially the backline, as you're the assassin and you're supposed to be just basically killing the backline. That's basically your job. See if I can poke. Let's see if their blue's up. Hercules is low, so let's just actually be safe here. And let's do the purple. I want to get these chests here too. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab these chests. We're going to go grab these. Persephone's going to be doing mid, which she shouldn't be. She should be actually grouping with us to do this. This Goomba is chasing me. Be careful middle. She's going to die unless she... That's his ult. I think he... Is he fine? Alright, he is fine. Yeah, so currently I can see that the Persephone is not with us all that much. I'm going to back up. Wave is here. If they were going to be good here, or help us here, then they would save that. I need 30 gold here, but yeah, like I said, assassins are really good up against this traditional team comp. With Guardian, Mage, and Hunter, as the Hunter can't really build defense into their build, and with a lot of assassins able to go get in and out while doing a lot of damage, you can heavily damage or kill the backline with ease. Team is going off. He lives. No shot he lives. That's actually wild. This Hercules is with it. I can feel it. Just clearing wave. So basically just paying attention to their positioning. I did not want to jump into that. That's Cuckoo. I was waiting for that. That's one thing you're going to want to pay... Or if there's a guy like Cuckoo on the enemy team that has like a huge damage ability like that, always make sure you're paying attention to when they can potentially have that up, as to when they might actually use it. As you saw, like a lot of times, I was just waiting for the Cuckoo ult when he was getting pressured out, because Cuckoo is one of those guys that can turn the fight really easily with his ultimate ability like that. So pay attention to that as well. And they do have a pretty good combination with their team, with Cuckoo and Kumba. Kumba setting up for the Cuckoo in the back. Another thing about Camazot specifically that makes him basically S tier in terms of assassins that can backline is his ability to get in and out. Not only do regular assassins do that, generally speaking, but with Camazot's, his ability to 3-in, ult, and still have beads, for example, if he ever gets caught out without having his 3 or his ult, he's just super hard to kill. So a lot of times you'll see me, maybe not this match, but we might be able to. She's ulting. She ulted the Kumba, which isn't what we really want. But I'm just trying to see what we're doing with the team here. They're doing a little bit of weird stuff, but I think for where we're standing, we're pretty fine here. He's gonna go poke here. He's super. Got his beads. Actually, I probably could have went in there. I didn't realize how much damage that was actually gonna do. We do have wave here, and he's backing up, so we can actually pressure this tower. And actually, I can probably get this kill. Yeah. That's another thing. If you can see if somebody's backing, for example, they're low and they can't fight like that Cuckoo, then there's a very good option or very good opportunity to go in, either get damage on the tower or just get a single kill like I did right there. So always know your opportunities as well. Poking someone out is good. Also getting that kill, like right here, nobody's here with him. He is very susceptible to getting killed. I'm waiting for that ult. Yep. I knew he was going to do that. Very good game so far. But yeah, let's go ahead and get buffs. So right now we already got the tower. There's no point. We're not late enough into the game to where Bull Demon is going to be easy to shred because they are going to be able to come back up soon, which is very risky. I'm out of mana, so although I tell you guys to make sure you stay with your team even if they make stupid plays, because it's better to be with your team than not, I actually can't do anything because I have 0 mana. But like I was saying, if you get somebody really close to death, for example, like I did there with Cuckoo, and we didn't actually get the kill, it's okay to not what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but just like hyper focus on that character. It's like, oh, we got to get that kill. It's not worth it. We get the kill, for example. But sometimes it's okay to just back off, take your win there, because as I usually saw there, the Xbalanque and the Kumba should have just given up the tower, but because they didn't, I was able to get that kill and eventually get that tower and kill the Cuckoo right afterwards too. So although you may not get the kill, it's still good to win or get those trades and take advantage of it, because Cuckoo wasn't there to help, which means that we can either get the kill or tower depending on what they do. Either way, it's a win-win. Instead of like inting to try to get the kill, just play your battles more effectively. At this point though, we are very far ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and poke. Gotta go ahead and back up here just a little bit. Kumba can't really do too much of anything. I don't know if that was his ult. I may have heard it. Just gonna go sustain off that. Their blue is about to be up. At this point, we're just gonna try and look at Bull Demon, I think. I think we're at this point in the game where not too much is gonna happen. I don't think they can do much of anything. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this. Back up a little bit because we're going a little too far in. I think we should probably just look at Bull Demon here. If we do get a pick, we can absolutely go to Bull Demon. I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't know, I have my bread up. I'm stupid. But yeah, if you're early into this game, Bull Demon is going to be a very good play. I'm telling them to be careful middle. I'm paying attention to the map. They're going to chase him down, which is actually perfect for me because we actually get this Bull Demon for free unless they come over. And it looks like I don't see them anymore, but we get this for free. Yeah. I'm going to be right back, get some mana, and then I'll be back there. One thing to always pay attention to as well. I actually could have fought there, but it's fine. Actually, before that, I'm going to go into, I think, serrated here. I'm going to get a little bit of lifesteal. As you can see, I went to beat stick just for the anti-heal for Xbalanque. Or potentially because he's not going to any anti-heal. But the extra power that beat stick has gotten, it's only 5 power, but scaling with assassins are nice. It's still very good to get that as, flat pen is very good here too. Although my team isn't here. Oh, I thought she was backing, never mind. Is she backing now? I mean, she has everything up. I'm going to be looking to... Me and Herc should really be pressuring them out. Okay, but they're not even here. Okay, so they're just continuing this. Generally speaking, you want to just pressure them out if you can. I don't think I'm scared here. He's going to do a little bit of damage to me. Not too much. I'm just going to focus on this tower because we do need that. He's going to be pressuring them in the back, which is good. Which means we get this for free, so he's playing that perfectly. He's a little bit out of position. Alright. I'll take that trade. At this point, too, though, we're very, very early into the game. Try to dodge that. Very early into the game, so being able to siege this Titan, we have to be very careful. Because we're not going to be able to burst this down, and if we're too quickly because we're so far early into the game, it actually might go south for us, because they can just keep going back to base as we're not, able to one-shot truly yet. I would tell him to retreat, yeah. Although I'm fine, I'm more worried about what they're going to be doing. And as Xbalanque is getting his items online, he might be able to shred them. He doesn't have the best build, I've got to say. But Xbalanque is a very, very good god, so don't want to take that risk. He actually does a lot of damage to that Kumba. This Cuckoo is hella out of position, but I'm out of mana, or I don't have my abilities. Oh, I think he's just dead. Oh, I peeds in air. You don't want to do that. think this should be pretty much double kill if I can get this correctly. Nope, I'm out of mana. Yeah, unfortunately I should have backed. We can do a little bit of damage. I am out of mana. We do have Fire Wave. He might be dead. Yeah, don't beads while you're in the middle of the air. That was dumb. Yeah, I'm out of mana. Be careful, middle. Not too much we can do here. Always, we can always look at buying tier 1 of, you know, like Griffin Wing, the Fabless hoops to get your MP5 early game, because that's also nice as well. Alright. Serrated Edge here. Because I don't have enough to get like anything significantly better than my Bountiful Bow, because I do like that cooldown, I'm gonna wait until I get like maybe a K, a little bit over a K, or maybe 2K gold before I sell that and then get an item. This game might be over by then, depending on what's gonna happen this next team fight. So we shall see. My ultimate is down and my beads are down, so always pay attention to that, as I don't really have the best get out of jail free card right now. We are fighting though, and pay attention because the Phoenix is about to be up. So we can either get this or go back to Bull Demon and re-get it. As you can see, I do so much fucking damage. That flat pen actually goes in and does a lot of work. Nope, cancel that. I'm not meaning to attack the Titan. So I think he's just dead. A little bit out of position. Phoenix is going to be up, so there's no point in trying to do all that extra stuff. Alright, so I did miss there, so I need to be careful here. She was able to get that. This guy should be dead. I'm just going to ult this because I don't have any abilities up, and she just should be dead. See if I can maybe... Yeah, alright. Torch. Pumbaa CC is a little bit insane. But yeah, Hercules was a little bit far up there. He's very aggressive. Persephone's playing a lot better than what she once was. My phone just fell. At this point, though, she's super high. I'm just trying to get this Jablanque, maybe get a pick here. We do have Blink, so he should just be dead. Oh, nice. Nice beads. Nice, alright, he's just killed. So this should just be game. Not everything I wanted to say during this, but I think for the most part it was a very... Actually, might not be game. Hercules is here, so it actually should be game. Just a tag. Alright. Very good game. The gamers were with me. But yeah, as you can see, assassins are very good into the backline, as double flat pen like that, just... I basically half hit them towards the end of the game because we were so far ahead. All right, so still bronze 3. I played 3 games now, or 3 games I think now. I won all 3 of them. I think I just degraded my TP because I don't really play ranked Joust on this account unless I'm doing play-by-plays. But at 1725 MMR, I'm assuming we were similar in MMR because we only got 56. But yeah, very, very solid game. I would say that the main thing that you should be paying attention to that game was how to snowball, as a lot of times when people snowball, they end up making mistakes as they try to push that snowball too far ahead. They get overzealous with the snowball is what I'm trying to say. So for example, that game we were just being able to kill the backline pretty easily in the beginning of the game. Herc was landing his shit. Persephone was there just to throw out flowers to be annoying as hell. As you saw, the first tower that we got that literally because the cuckoo backed up. I'm actually going to mute this because we're going to be here for a little bit. All right. What was I saying? Oh, so like I said, the one main thing is, like, you know, if you don't get a kill, but you damage them to the point where they can't fight anymore and they have to back up, and, you know, they're standing at their tier 1 tower with the Jablanque and the Kumba. That's what they were doing. You can take advantage of that if you have a wave coming and your team is there, to where you can either just take the tower if they just back up, which they should do, generally speaking, at a high level game. But if they're not, and they just like stand there and just try to attack the wave or whatever, you can go under tower and kill them like I did with the Jablanque, and at the same time take tower. So although you didn't get the kill in the cuckoo, for example, you still have opportunities there on your plate, as, you know, it's a 2v3 at their tower with wave and stuff like that. So taking advantage of that is very good, instead of trying to int for like the Cuckoo, for example, under their Phoenix, is what I see a lot of people do, and make a mistake, and you know, drop that Snowball that we eventually had. And we were like, I think 9 minutes in to where we could have gotten Bull Demon. I think a couple minutes after, the Hercules came with me to Bull Demon, and we were able to get that. Very cookie cutter stuff. If you're able to get that Snowball, getting Bull Demon to get that Phoenix is going to be what you want to do, instead of just like staring at their Phoenix and trying to get it with minions, as that's super risky. And on top of that, you know, it's very hard to snowball off that. You're just looking at each other basically like it's arena. So prioritizing the Bull Demon is going to be very good in situations like that too. But after we got that Phoenix as well, one thing to pay attention to is that the Hercules wasn't doing as much. He did die, unfortunately, but playing that early game at Phoenix slowly is what's going to help you guys. I think it was like very short, because this game was, how long was this game? 16 minutes. So it had to have been like 11 minutes into the game or something. We were staring at their Titan. We were too low to be able to burst the Titan to do anything like that. It's like end game stuff. So just being able to poke out stuff, whittle the Titan down, just wait for them to make misplays, and if they don't, then it's fine. Just back up, reset, either get Bull Demon, or like we did, we got Phoenix without Bull Demon, and then just basically rinse and repeat, as that's what you should be doing. As I know a lot of people struggle with like, what I do after we get Phoenix, and we can't really end Titan, we can't really end and kill the Titan, is just to play it carefully. Play it smart, and to not overextend yourself, as you do have a Snowball, and you can kill them a lot easier than they can kill you. But they do have a Titan, and they're able to reset their health every single time, just going back to their base, coming back. So just play it carefully, whittle the Titan down, clear wave, and if they make a mistake, take advantage of it, and then you can go from there. If not, back up, reset, look at the Phoenix. Look at the Phoenix to make sure, you know, if it's going to be up soon, like I did. Always make sure that's there, as I know a lot of people don't pay attention to that, and then they're, you know, trying to attack the Titan, and then their Phoenix comes up, and it's like a really bad siege at that point. So pay attention to that, and if you have to get far, then you can do that too. But yeah, that was specifically not what I was intending to do with this video. I was actually trying to do a backline, but it happened to be a Snowball type of game as well. So that actually helped with this video too. One thing I did forget to mention, I do have a list here, is I meant to mention that as an assassin, there's a lot of times you can roam around the map setting up for damage from behind walls, or even, you know, stealing their buff camps. Obviously if you're Camelot you can't, but like if you're Thor, for example, you can do that. Or if you're any other type of god like Fenrir that can jump over the wall and take advantage of that, and stuff like that. You can steal their buff camps and damage them from behind the walls, or jump over it. So try to make it to where they're constantly having to think, where is the assassin, like Bastet, for example. But also make sure to be within proximity of your wave, as well as XP and gold from buff camps as well too. I do see a lot of people get left behind when they're, you know, trying to do that tactic with being in the pseudo jungle of Joust, because it's not really a jungle, but it's kind of a jungle. They don't ever get the wave, and so they get left behind trying to do that tactic when they should be doing that tactic, but also making sure they get the wave as well. I didn't really get to do it that much that game, because the Cuckoo and the X-Ball were so out of position. And your job as the Kama is to make sure that you take advantage of that. Like I said, I was zoning. The Kumba was in the back, you know, messing with my Persephone or Hercules, and generally speaking, they were fine. They were low, but I was banking on the Kumba not being able to solo my Persephone or Hercules, and it worked out. You shouldn't be. And so with that, I was able to create space between Cuckoo and Jablanque. They were like questioning whether I should go in or not, and that was able for me to, you know, take advantage of that, damage them, poke them out, or at the very least make it to where they don't come in at all. And so your focus is on the backline. Now my build here was not exactly what I wanted to do. I always mess up my builds in these videos if you've watched this series. But generally speaking, you want to go Gauntlet of Thebes, Jotuns, and depending on what they have, you can go either Hydras or Brawlers, and then Serrated Edge into a Heartseeker, and that would be your damage. Now with the upgrade, or with the new update, and dropping in 10.13 with Warrior's Axe being a lot better, I actually think I prefer Warrior's Axe over Bluestone once it comes out. Because although Bluestone is still very good, and you can go in on gods like Kama, because it's going to be doing extra damage to Cuckoo and Jablanque, I think the late game as well as early game, with Warrior's Axe having like the most power, I think, out of all starters, I believe, I think it's just going to be better overall on gods like that. So That's pretty much it. Went over early game, being careful as an assassin early game because, you know, you don't want to get snowballed, and also you don't get truly online until like 2 items in after you get your Gauntlet Thieves and, you know, and stuff like that. And again, I think our team comp was just a very good counter to the Guardian, Mage, and Hunter team comp, because you are able to one-shot them late game, especially with Camazotz. You 1-2 them in ult, and you can absolutely one-shot any of those Cuckoo, Xbalanque type gods. Do be careful though, because you still can lose against them, because a late game Hunter is one of the best classes in the game. But I think it's a very good counter matchup, and I think it's actually, I personally think it's the best outside of the Mage team comp cringe shit. I think this is the best team comp currently. And then, of course, your job as an assassin is just to get the backline and kill them. But that's basically it. That Persephone did go off. I was able to... She did 10k more damage to me. I actually felt like I did a lot more damage, but as you all saw, I was able to basically just do whatever the hell I wanted to the backline. I was predicting the Cuckoo ult, just, you know, being able to be aware of what they're going to be doing in the situation. Like put yourself in their shoes. Like, if you're the... For example, let's say you're the Cuckoo and you're getting attacked by me, by the Camazotz. What would you do a majority of the time in a situation where you're like, oh, I need to get this guy off me, but I can't? And in a lot of situations, he would ult. And I was predicting he was going to ult, and I don't think I've gotten hit by a single one of his ults, because I was paying attention so heavily to that, because of how much damage it does, as well as, when he's going to do it and stuff like that. So that's basically it. I think I'm just going to title this, Assassin Backline, how to Snowball type video, but hopefully this does help. I'm planning to do more of these. It's going to be getting a little bit harder, because as you level up with your account, there's going to be a lot more people that start to pick up things that better players, or higher level end players, not better players, higher end level players are going to be doing, and not letting the other team take advantage of, like this game, because there were a lot of mistakes that Cuckoo and Xbalanque made, and Kumba in that topic as well. So we'll see. But yeah, I plan on doing more of these, and I hope you guys are enjoying these, and hopefully you are getting some help. If you have any questions or suggestions or feedback, let me know in the comment section down below. But I think that is all I have for you. Like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching.